Want to thank you for choosing ABC 15. I'm Katie Rammel.
And I'm Javier Soto. Right now at 5 o'clock, we're on wildfire watch as two separate fires burn in the Flagstaff area, forcing hundreds from their homes. The pipeline fire and the haywire fire ripping through northern Arizona.
And both these fires growing quickly over the past 24 hours. Tonight we have team coverage for you following these flames. Our Ashley Paredes and Zach Crenshaw on the ground in Flagstaff, while Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullins is tracking the winds from the ABC 15 Forecast Center.
Let's start with the pipeline fire. Right now, we're waiting for an update from wildfire officials on this fire that has burned more than 13,000 acres. And this fire is believed to be human caused.
Matthew Reiser arrested in connection with this fire. He was in federal court this morning. Police telling us he admitted to burning toilet paper when that fire started, but his lawyer arguing in court today there is no evidence suggesting he set this fire. Reiser is still in police custody at this hour. And right now, officials in Coconino County giving neighbors an update about that pipeline fire. We do have a crew on the ground right there, and you can watch that full update live right now on abc15.com. But let's get over to our Ashley Paredes. She was in court this morning and has been in Flagstaff for us following this fire.
Yeah, she's been speaking with the families who were forced from their homes.
The pipeline fire continues to blaze, fueled by these strong winds that at times have literally knocked me over. Now a larger portion of Highway 89 is closed because of that. Susanne Ludwig watching the pipeline fire expand over her home in the Timberline area, unsure whether it still stands. Her two small sons and husband close by.
And just sitting here and watching it, it's just like...
Susanne at a loss for words. This is the third time in 13 years a wildfire has forced her family to evacuate.
It's just you're helpless, like there's nothing you can do because, you know, the fire is it's just so overwhelming.
An incident command post for the pipeline fire has been set up at Buffalo Park in Flagstaff. Nearly 500 firefighters on the ground, fighting what the incident commander says is likely the top priority fire in the nation, now burning more than 13,000 acres.
Looking north to protect some of the values at risk north of us where this thing is going.
Incident Commander Aaron Granger telling us the blaze is outrunning the resources available locally and is beyond the complexity of a local management team, which is why more help is coming in from across the country.
Firefighters on the ground are right up next to those flames, and they're using hand tools and water hoses to put the fire out where it's at. In some places we're bringing in bulldozers where it's too hot to get people. We're bringing in bulldozers, and in some places we're actually using fire to fight fire.
This is cell phone video Susanne took as her family was evacuating, only taking what is most important to them. But even that wasn't easy.
We have two cats. One of them jumped out of the car and we wanted to come back and get it, but they won't let anybody up there.
She hopes someone will find her gray tabby named Stewie, leaving her in an emotional roller coaster during this already heartbreaking time.
Well, I just hope they're going to reopen it and kind of get the fire under control, and hopefully that nothing happened to our house, and then go back and look for the cat and see if we have a place to live.
Ashley Paredes, ABC 15, Arizona.
We want to get you to that evacuation area so you can see the area this is affecting. The areas in green are being told to leave, so they are on go status right now, which means the danger is imminent. It is life-threatening. So those in that area should leave immediately. The areas in yellow are still on set status, which means there is danger in their area, and they should consider going to a shelter or just have everything you need to be able to leave in a moment's notice. And as we mentioned, the pipeline fire, not the only one raging in Flagstaff. ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw live there tonight and has more on the haywire fire as people evacuate. And Zach, we are really seeing those winds fueling the flames as well.
Yeah, the winds that are driving that smoke and picking it up, but it's not the smoke we're worried about right now. It's what's happening on the ground with those flames. And I want to give you an idea of the scope of where these fires are located. All right, to my west here, you can see the smoke rising from that little mountain range there. That is the beginning of the pipeline fire. And if you just follow it west to northeast, you can see the smoke, some of it darker, more ominous, billowing. These plumes straight ahead that we're showing you now, that is the pipeline fire, but just to the west is the haywire fire. About 7.5 miles distance separate these two fires. But as we know, that is a very small distance when you're talking about these winds fueling the flames on the ground. In fact, the haywire fire and the double fire were 2 miles apart this morning, and this afternoon, officials telling us those fires merged, now scorching more than 2,000 acres and growing. So this is a fire that is going to stretch the resources up here in the Flagstaff area. The pipeline fire, as Ashley just mentioned, is large enough on its own, but this haywire fire is not going anywhere anytime soon. And a common refrain I keep hearing from people forced to evacuate their homes up here is just how quickly everything changed in an instant.
Literally in a matter of 5 minutes, it went from being clear to being terrifying.
Terrifying, and that woman who you just heard from had to pack up her horses and go stay with a friend. And to make matters worse, it's not the first time she's had to do that. She told me just 2 months ago a very similar experience with the tunnel fire. And you know, I actually just want to show you, in like 10 minutes ago, a guy pulled up in an RV with his dog. This guy evacuated and is now just staying here because he can't go out his home. So that's what people are dealing with, and the winds continue to pick up here as the haywire fire just picks up in intensity. Live in Flagstaff, Seth Crenshaw, ABC 15, Arizona.
We want to get over to Chief Meteorologist Amber Solons. We saw that wind right there. That is not what they want to see fueling these fire conditions.
Yeah, this is the worst of it right now. So from this point until about 7 or 8 p.m., that's as strong as the winds are going to get. And right now, gusts are at 45 miles per hour in Flagstaff. But what we're seeing happen, because winds are riding out of the southwest here, is they're accelerating down the east and northeastern slopes. So where these fires are burning, gusts are even higher. Wind advisories in place till 8 o'clock tonight for that area and other spots across northern and northeastern Arizona. And fire weather warnings, also known as red flag warnings, for many of these same areas until 8 o'clock tonight. Then winds will gradually die down this evening. Overnight, gusts to about 20 miles per hour as lows drop into the 40s. Tomorrow, mid-70s to low 80s, another warm day, but we're taking these peak wind gusts from around 50 miles per hour that we saw today down to about 25 to 30 miles per hour tomorrow, and they'll be even lighter the day after that. So wind-wise, we're headed in the right direction. We just have to get through the next couple of hours.
Well, St. Mary's Food Bank stepping in to help in Flagstaff as well. Today, the food bank sending food to those impacted by the fires. They're sending things like water and peanut butter, Gatorade, and other items, anything they might need to those who were evacuated or displaced. For people who've been forced from their homes, the Red Cross shelter is open at Sinagua Middle School in Flagstaff. The animal shelter is also set up at Fort Tuttle. For more Red Cross information, the number's right there on your screen, 928-679-8525. We'll get that on our website as well. We want to make sure you stay right here with ABC 15 on air and online. We are committed to keeping you updated on these fires. You can check out our coverage anytime on our free ABC 15 app for your phone or streaming device by simply heading to abc15.com.